Hello everyone and welcome back to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. This episode is brought to you by Tomislav Flynn. With that said, let's continue. So I do want to reach the Dnieper, at least get close to it. Although it probably will not do a whole lot of wonders. Okay, I can get it to Slovin for my supply, but we'll see how that goes. Like it has to come all the way from down there, so that's just not gonna be good. Anyway, yeah, these units are untouchable this way. Like I cannot do anything about this because I cannot reach in there. Nope, they will not give up control of this hex. No, that would not be useful. All right, let's just do this and let's just kick them out. Seems like they don't have that much here, but you can't move very far. Just keep them like that for now. Okay, so we have this Panzer group. You can barely even cross the river. So let's only cross the river. Let's see what they have in Mogilev. It does not seem to be too powerful, and I would not be surprised if they were to move as well. Soon that is. So out here, what I do think that I want to do, let's get you out here and get them to that Panzer Corps. Then now let's at least take a look how the defenses are in these areas. That cost me a bit too much fuel like that. I was stupid. Right. To be honest, I actually think I want to at least push these guys further to the back. They don't need to surrender just yet, but because I'm gonna do that with regular infantry, yeah, around Borisov. But this is a good 50,000 men. Can't just go and let that get away. Yeah. There we go. Now I don't particularly have a unit to get into Minsk yet. But we'll get there. This is 124, so that should take care of that. And we could center into Volkovisk. Second Panzer Group into Minsk. One, two. And where's the third? Here you are. Okay. No problem. I don't need units in Baradovici anyway. They are not going to move. So I'm going to get this guy out of Vilnius. Send him to Dagovpilsk together with one of these guys from Kaunas. You're going to split up. Move one of them into Vilnius. That's enough already. It's good. And let's send both of these to Minsk. Oh, you need to work on that railroad. You'd think that it's a distance of 15 and it says 9 out of 15 and it's 9 supplies. That's really weird. Or not within command range. So it's not... I don't really get that. That's very weird. Anyway. You... There. I will take this part over here starting next turn. Okay, so we still have one last corps over here. I just emptied Minsk. Alright, let's just send you back. That's fine. It's a reserve unit. So... Air forces forward. And I did already send that, that rail unit. So it can get to Minsk pretty quickly from here. Now, let's also do an HQ build up here. And over here. And let's just see what good it will do. Oh, I cannot do an HQ build up here now. Okay. Maybe you can only do 2 at a time? I don't even know. Maybe. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it has nothing to do with that. They're just too exhausted, I think. Well, they shouldn't be. Can I? Fine. I'll send one of them up here. If I can select just one of them. That's a lot of losses, though. Yeah, I think it might be worth a try. You can't even attack. 21 against 11. Well, I don't see it happening, but... Oh, they did get pushed. Wow. Holy cow. Can I actually enter the city? Yes, I can. Wow. Huh. That's surprising, but that's good. So at least we have the river crossing. There's one at Orsha, but I will not get there this turn anyway due to supply issues. Let's just take that there hex from them at least, so they have less. I don't see them escaping. This is pretty airtight, at least when it comes to movement, unless they beat one of my units, but I don't see that happening that quickly. Alright, not too shabby. Let's get these air forces going too. Ninth Army can also definitely move forward. Let's get them into Vilnius for now. Yeah, so quite effectively we're at the second line. All right. Next up, let's go to Army Group South and take a proper look. So I can already push them together for a little bit, hopefully. Not there. But you guys need to stay there. If you have 6, 2, 4... Oh. Can't put these guys under anything else though, so it's kinda stuck. Shame I couldn't take that. But no matter. Would be quite pleased at taking that rail line too. Okay, this cavalry is part of it. Now, let's just work our way up for now. They can only do 2 at a turn this way, because they're going through recently gained territory. At the very least, I need to encircle that mechanized. And I can cross the Dniester here. They seem to not defend every part of it so fervently. Get rid of that fortified zone, or not. Let's get rid of that fortified zone. At Mogilev Podolsky. So we can actually do a proper encirclement. You have only 4. Where's the other one? Oh, there? Okay. Might work, but... Sweet. Every little bit helps, so this will be cleared then. That's good. It's still not a real coherent front with a lot of stuff still belonging to the enemy in between. Alright, so I will cross the river and I will leave the clear up once again to the Romanians. Although on the other hand, then I will not be able to move forward with these guys by a whole lot. That will be fine. I think crossing the river is probably a bit more important. I'll already take at least some of these hexes so that they have less places to retreat to. This might fail though. I didn't. Alright, so if I want to potentially encircle any number of units anywhere, let's move you onto that rough hex. And yeah, crossing here from both sides is just not gonna work. Whereas what I could do, for example, on the next turn is break through down here and then encircle these forces, like this amount of units. Before potentially trying to swing back up and capture more. But then I would need a relatively solid position down here. And I don't really care if they try to take it back, because then I can actually swing south and defeat them. Indeed. And I guess the Romanian front is always a bit more tricky than any other. Alright, let's start working things out over here. Now, to be honest, why did only one of them attack though? That's weird. Okay. I can probably get away with a soft attack if I use all 3 of them. Indeed. Can I get one of you into Ravna though? Yes, I can. Great. Okay. It's a bit overkill when it comes to security, but you cannot get in there yet, so... Still a mess in here. because I still need to clear 18 against 13 defense. Will work, I think. Yes. Exit. Okay, so that gets rid of some cav. No particularly good movement to be made here. There we go. So with those guys cleared, that should alleviate those forces a little bit. I know this is nothing, but it doesn't really matter to take that now. That doesn't do anything. Rather, I would need to finish off this fortified region. Takes them plenty of artillery. How much artillery do they have anyway? They still have close to 47,000, so roughly the same as I do. Oh, tank numbers are only 4-1 now. Aren't I lucky? I don't know how many tanks there are in there though. At any rate, let's see if I can clear this fortified hex. Good. And then I have these guys to deal with. I do think though that I'm gonna leave Tarnopol empty for a turn for the chance of getting a good hit in at these. Again, I think it's better to bomb them first. There we go. So motorized divisions are generally pretty rough to deal with. Okay, so I got rid of that. And And then the question is, where do you go from here? Like I said before, with the supply situation, there's another unit there at least. Let's just at least make sure that there's a stable front going like that as well. Without too much crazy. They'll be pretty easily beaten. So what I'll do is I'll place these guys pretty close to this rail line, which potentially helps with supply, that they will get it from here. And I will try to indeed have some of these guys very close to these areas where they might actually be resupplied. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so I would kind of have to put them like that. Then some elements of the 6th can technically also move up till here. Maybe like 1 or 2 divisions. Well, with the rest, I'm gonna try to break through the center here near Venitsa and then try to encircle some like these units. And we'll see how that works out. Like, I do hope to get a bit better supply out here now that, like, yeah, it is still a big pocket, but at least this is kind of cleared now. At any rate, let's move you down here. These guys are pretty rough. A lot of tanks again too. Keep bombing. Wow, I just barely made that. Holy moly. Let's get those HQs a bit closer here. This might not work, but we'll see. Should have bombed them as well. I did. Sure then. Yeah, these guys actually do have movement points. Alright, so they are closed off from one another. Yeah, that was not gonna work. Wait, why can't you work on a rail line? What the heck? Why would you not be able to work on the rail line there? I do have... Nope, no! Oh, please, can you take it back? Oof. Like it... Okay, it seems though that it would be in my best interest 34th. To get all these guys on the 34th. And 17th is already madly overburdened. I guess first Panzer group isn't, but it would be a bit weird to put them on their first Panzer group. Guess I could put them on their 6th army. They'll have at least some chance. Come on. Good. Okay. Because what that does is it should at least allow this rail line to keep working up till here. Because there are no longer any units there anymore on the next supply turn. But that is rather silly. Like, I don't... Yeah, but it gets to work here? What the heck? That does not make any sense. Not in my book. Anyways, these Slovakian units will work equally hard to work on defeating this line here. Take every hex you can get. Sure, why not? If I can actually push these guys back, then that gives me another hex in this madhouse. It was unlikely. But I still felt it was worth a try. No. Oh well. Let's move these guys through. Okay, great. I can put you into Tarnopol. I will split them up later also to get one into Proskurov for next turn. And yeah, these guys can go to Ravno, so that's obviously fine. So I need to put these guys a little bit close. Hopefully they'll be resupplied down there. And I hope they'll be able to do some good work. I still don't see these guys really going anywhere. Indeed. All right, so we have as well the Second Army. But we have a bunch of reinforcements, of which I'm going to send, once again, at least one to Army Group North. And I will send 2 to the Second Army. No, let's just send 1 for now, and then one will also go to Army Group South. So then when it comes to rail cap, I can still send a bunch of these guys a bit forward, or at least, yeah, who knows how many. Not bad. It's a pretty decent movement for them. Alright, there are still a few things that need to be done. First of all, let's take a look that there are indeed no other reinforcements. And the only thing that I can move is this Slovakian airbase, which I will, because it does add another 36 Slovak fighter units. So, together with these Slovak recon squadrons, which seem to be bombers, I'll put out over here. Except for these. These are Italian units. They will probably stay there forever. But it is actually funny to be able to see these guys, you know, see what they got. What kind of tanks did they have? Even that is, it's nothing special, only 2 strength. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of reorganization still. But I think I'm just gonna do that off screen for now, and then I'll meet you back in the next episode for the enemy turn and all the changes that I made, which won't be too much, but it will probably be mostly just putting construction units in the right place and dividing the support units, things like that. So there's that. There's just one last thing that I want to take a look at, and that's not only reinforcement, but there also actually there is more. But what will happen next turn? We'll get 2 infantry, a motorized division, a Stug battalion, and some Finnish troops, and the 51st Corps. That's what we'll get next turn. And the turn after that, there will be a lot of flak, and also some Finnish units. No, I need this log here. So this event log, some guys were promoted. We got those 3. Then we had some units that got unfrozen. And this is the 2nd Army. Siege Mortar Battery withdrew. Some guys went to the National Reserve, so we swapped some of these guys. Aircraft swaps, usually not that interesting. But then some Panzer IIIs got converted, some Panzer IVs got converted. Heinkels got converted. Romania got 2 Panzer 35Ts. More exporting armaments. Hungarian motorized got some stuff. And then Same units got some pun hearts again. We switched some. The Finnish swapped 152 howitzer for 155 millimeter, and that got swapped. So that's generally the biggest thing. We still have, I guess, a reasonable amount of fuel. I don't think that the stocks of fuel were ever really a problem in this game, but who knows? Maybe over time it actually did change so that fuel is a lot more tight now. Not really sure. But at any rate, if we're lucky and the supply does allow for it, we'll already see some advances next turn, and otherwise probably turn 5. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I want to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Pumnurao, Tillisfan555, Mandingo, Tomislav Chilin, Swords, Sermanescu Sebi, C-Data, and Thomas B. Marshall.